Hello, fancy meeting you here. I'm back, motherfuckers. What is going on, bots? My name is Freaky. Welcome back to another story. This is a depressing story. I shouldn't be so excited about telling you guys this. This happened about a week ago. I could have got shot. I could have ended this channel. I could have just. It could have been on the news. So maybe it would have been a good thing. I don't know. Exposure is real, guys. Freaky is on the news. He got shot. He's almost dead. No. This was actually kind of a weird situation. It was very scary. But look at this fucking. I just have to show you guys this gameplay. This gameplay, first of all, is better than the story. Okay, I just baited out a dude, shot another dude in the face behind him. This dude came at me with his knife, knifed him. The other guy tries to knife me. I juke it, and then I shoot him in the head. Okay, that was probably the greatest CSGO clip I've ever had in my life in the past couple years. So back to the story at hand. This happened last weekend. I told people on Twitter about it immediately. A lot of my friends were concerned about the situation, and then I talked to them about it. It was not a happy time. I haven't really told anybody the full story because I wanted to kind of save it for this type of video format, because I felt like this is something that I kind of need to tell you guys, or I kind of like having this channel as like, if I'm going to tell a story, I want to have it be like a sort of catalog of past memories that happened to me, so I can kind of, you know, remember these easier. If YouTube ever does go away, I'm going to have to download these so I can have them as an old man in my nursing chair. Oh, back in my day, I almost got shot, and I talked about it on the YouTubes, and then they almost took it away from me, but I downloaded it.
Did your grandpa, you did stuff on the YouTubes?
Oh, yes I did, you stupid son of a bitch. So yeah, this is kind of why I want to make these videos. They're important to me. Okay, but they're more important to you, possibly. So, this was last Friday. I just got off of work. I was fucking hungry because it's 12 in the fucking morning. It's 12 a.m., okay? It's midnight. It's directly midnight. The moon's out. You could hear wolves howling at the fucking moon, okay? It's a full moon. I don't know if it was a full moon. Sometimes it is a full moon and people do some crazy shit. That is actually a proven fact that people do crazier shit when it is a full moon, because it does kind of have a psychiatric effect on some people. Usually people that are doing drugs or alcoholics or etc. Drunks. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I was trying to find a place to eat. I drove down this road after I was going home. I was like, man, I really want some Taco Bell right now. Taco Bell sounds delicious, and usually Taco Bell doesn't close until about 2 a.m., so I'm about to hit this bitch hard. I'm about to get, you know, a whole bunch of chalupas. I was going to get the naked chicken chips. I can never say that when I'm ordering. And then I was going to get, you know, a cheesy gordita crunch. There's a lot of shit that I love at Taco Bell, but this is just stuff that I get recently, right? And I passed Taco Bell, and I'm like, wait a second, it doesn't have its lights on. Son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. Okay? Maybe the place next to it, McDonald's, will be open. And I was like, wait a second, I don't even want McDonald's, okay? Every time I eat at McDonald's, I feel like I'm going to throw up and die. Okay, I don't want to have that happen while I'm driving on the way home. Oh, wait. Spoiler alert, it almost happens. I noticed that McDonald's is actually, like, closed, too. Their lights are off, and I was like, that's kind of weird. Usually McDonald's and Taco Bell are kind of open at this point, but that's okay. I didn't want McDonald's anyways. I'm not as hungry as I once was, but I am still kind of hungry, so let's go home anyways, and I'll just make something at home. So, I'm about 3 streets away from the normal street that I take to go to my house, and I can take kind of like a back road to go back into my house. I end up somehow passing the street to turn to get to my neighborhood, and I go to a little too far down. You know, when you get to places, not a good area, you see crackheads and bums hanging out on the side of the road. You can see some dudes doing meth. That's where I was. And then there's, like, weird stray animals running on the side of the road. There's, like, bars on the side of the windows. Like, type of the top of the building is like falling apart. Like you can see it just collapsing on itself. That's where I was. And I was like, holy shit, I probably shouldn't be here right now. Where the fuck am I? I see this crackhead doing crack. It's kind of making me want to do crack. Wait a second, I've never done crack before. Why am I influenced by this right now? I don't know. All right, I'm going to turn right now. And I turn right, and I see this squad car chilling up there. It's a cop. He's watching the area. He's seeing these crackheads do their cracking and everything. And I'm like, shit, I have a taillight out right now. I should probably try to hide that. So I go a little bit slow. I try to make sure he's not looking at me. He doesn't follow me. So I'm like, good. I'm not going to get a ticket. I like it. I like the day. I like the way that's this starting off, even though I don't got food. I like the way this is starting off. So I'm turning. I'm going down this road. I have to turn right at this point, and then I'm going back to my neighborhood. I'm about maybe 100 meters away from my neighborhood at this point to get back to my house to make the food that I want, and I'm fucking hungry, so I want to make it now. And I turn into my neighborhood. I had to pass the cemetery, and then I had to turn to my neighborhood, and these kind of like apartments are where I need to turn into, and then it turns into condos, and then a old person's home, and it's there. I'm basically going back to my house, right? And I see this Mazda MDX, which is the white SUV Mazda. I'm pretty sure that's what that vehicle is called. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I saw it, like, kind of just chilling, like, in the middle of the fucking road, so I can't go because these roads are fucking tiny in my subdivision. They're literally, like, they're barely 2-car lengths. Barely. Whoever created this neighborhood wanted people not to speed and wanted people not to park on the side of the road. Like, so when people park on the side of the road, you have to drive single-filely through this. Like, you cannot fit 2 cars through. That's it. You are fucked. That's completely it. Sometimes, even when there's 2 cars parked on the side of the road, you cannot even fit through them. That's how tiny this road is, right? So this guy's, like, looking at these vehicles on the right-hand side, and I'm like, it's like right at the entrance of this turn that I just made. And I'm chilling behind him like a full car length, maybe a half a car length. I never sit right behind people because I'm just sketched about the situation. Maybe if they, try to floor it in reverse, try to hit me, try to stun me, and then come out with a gun or something. Because this shit has been happening in my not in my neighborhood, but in the city that I live in for the past couple years now, and has been happening a lot more frequently with people stealing cars and vehicles. And I'm like, nah. I'm going to stay farther away just in case this weird thing happens so I can floor it in reverse or something and get the hell out of there. So I see this guy. He's like kind of like backing up, going forward. It looks like he's trying to parallel park, so I'm kind of waiting. I'm being a genuinely nice driver. I'm like, all right, I'll back up a little bit. I'll let him do his thing, right? He stops, pulls backward a little bit more, getting close to me, and I'm like, that's weird. And then I see him look in his rearview mirror at me, and then just takes off really, really fast, goes about 50 yards away, stops, pulls over on the right-hand side of the road, just stops there. And I'm still, like, staying where I was because I was like, that was really weird. Why did he just do that? So I'm, like, thinking in my head, all right, this guy's fucking strange. I'm just going to go past him like how I normally would, like 20 miles an hour. And I'm like, kind of cruising past him at this point. I'm coming up to his vehicle, and I see that his, like, wheel section, like, his left wheel by the driver's side is all fucked up. Like, it's, like, bent inward and crunched and shit. I'm like, did this guy just get in an accident? Is he drunk or something? Like, what is this man doing? I don't really see. Like, why would you just... What are you doing around here, dude? You steal this vehicle? Are you trying to steal more vehicles? What are you doing? And at this point, I'm, like, coming up to him. My lights are, like, shining through his window, so I can kind of get a glimpse of who the hell this dude is. And I'm, like, looking at him, and I see him, like, kind of like, his shadow of him in the vehicle kind of reach for something, like, in between, like, either his legs, his lap, or somewhere down below his seat, right? And he lifts up his arm and puts, like, a gun-shaped object on top of his steering wheel as he's, like, gripping the steering wheel, too. And I'm like, that looked like a gun. I am scared now. I should go faster. So I start speeding up to, like, 35 miles an hour. I instantly hit that 15 miles an hour. It's like, okay, gun came out. 15 miles an hour is needed to boost right now. Starting to speed up to about 40. I'm taking a right turn to go into my actual part of my subdivision. And, okay, I'm good. And at this point, I think I'm good. I think everything's safe until, for some reason, I have this instinct to look up in my rearview mirror, and I see lights shining right on me. This dude is literally hovering on my ass like he is a chihuahua trying to get, trying to fuck for the very first time. That's what it was. It was like a cop chasing you. It was like, I don't know, anything. A dog trying to smell another dog's ass. He was on me like flies on a fucking cake that's outside in the sun for too long. I'm giving too many analogies right now, but he was close as fuck, dude. I thought he was going to try to hit me on purpose, to try to make me pull over, to be like, what the fuck, why'd you hit me, and then pull a gun out on me. I wasn't going to have that, okay, so I start speeding up to 50 miles an hour, and this dude's keeping up with me, and like I said, the roads in my subdivision are very fucking tiny, so it's very hard to get away from people that can chase you, and I never thought this could actually happen when people are chasing you like this. You never really know if they are or not, but this dude was literally right behind me. Knowing that he stopped and then had to floor it to get right behind me was very strange. So I'm about to take this left turn, and I'm like, I can't put in my turn signal. I can't. I have to make this turn, going 50 miles an hour now, to try to get away from this dude, and hopefully he just goes straight and ignores me, or has to go straight or stop and tries to follow me, and maybe he'll give me some time to get away. I played a lot of video games in my day. I've seen a lot of chase movies, okay? I know how this shit works. So I, make this left turn. This is a hard left turn to make in the SUV going 50 miles an hour. I'm telling you that. Your kind of like tires almost came off the ground a little bit making this turn, and it just did a tire squeal and everything. I make this turn. It's more of like a straighter path now at this point, so I'm starting to get up to like 55 miles an hour, and then I have to make this tight kind of little fork in the road type of right turn, so I kind of like get over that. This dude's still on my fucking ass the entire time as I'm doing this. There's a straightaway now. I'm going about 65, 60 miles an hour, somewhere in this ballpark. This dude is a little bit behind me, not as tight as he was before, and I'm flooring it. I'm like, all right, this is my final turn. I have to make it right now. I make this left turn as wide as I possibly could, so that I could be able to make this going this fucking fast, because if I was going to make this tight, I might have fucking rolled the vehicle, or might have just hit another vehicle that was parked on the side of the road. And I make this turn, make it as perfectly as I possibly can, get up to my driveway, see this man still behind me, and then I see the lights go off from behind me. And I'm in my driveway right now. I pulled up, and I just sit there. I just sit there in my driveway. And I see these lights they just turn off. They just turn off. And they were about 15 feet away from me when I pulled in my driveway. And then they're gone. And then I actually do a full head turn just to see. And this dude is flooring it in reverse, back down the way we just came, with his lights off, and then does like a Y-turn backwards, and then dips out the same way we just had a race through. It was... holy shit. I don't know what this man was trying to do. Like I said, it was a gun-shaped object. It was definitely, like, if I had to guess, it was definitely some sort of gun. It had to be. I don't know who holds a weapon like that on top of a steering wheel. It was just not a good situation to be in. It was very scary. I was actually shaken by the experience. But it was not fun. Now that I think about it, it just seems like a crazy dream to me, in all reality. But I know that it happened because, I mean, it actually fucking happened. It wasn't something that I would say I was completely, like, terrified and I could have shat myself in. If you would have gotten out of the vehicle with the gun drawn, then I would have shat myself, and I would have no idea what the fuck to do in that situation. He could have wanted my car. He could have just wanted me dead and then wanted the car. Some people are fucked up, and this, like I said, this happens in my city a lot over the past couple years. So I can only thank, like, whatever fucking saved me that night to get away from this dude, this fucking deranged lunatic of a man, or it could have been a woman. I don't know who it was, but it was fucking terrifying, and I'm happy that I'm alive. I'm happy that I can make videos for you guys, and I just never want this to ever happen again, because I just don't want to play tag anymore. I'm done. No more freeze tag, no more tag, no more Simon Says, no more anything like that. I ain't playing those games.